God's Lighthouses by Helen Hunt Jackson, 1830 to 1885. When night falls on the earth, the sea from east to west lies twinkling bright, with shining beams from beacons high, which flash afar a friendly light. The sailor's eye, like eyes in prayer, turn unto them for guiding ray. If storms obscure their radiance, the great ships, helpless, grope their way. When night falls on the earth, the sky looks like a boundless main. Who knows what voyagers sail there? Who names the ports they seek and gain? Are not the stars like beacons set to guide the argosies that go from universe to universe, our little world above, below? On their great errands solemn bent, in their vast journeys unaware of our small planet's name or place revolving in the lower air. O thought too vast, O thought too glad, and all most rapturous it stirs, from world to world God's beacons shine, God means to save his mariners. Okay, this is a poem by Helen Hunt Jackson. She came from Amherst, Massachusetts, which is also where Emily Dickinson came from. And in fact, they went to the same seminary and the same boarding school in New York City. She was a campaigner for Native American rights, and her father was a professor of Latin and Greek and philosophy. Sadly, both her parents died while she was young, at 14, 15, 16. So anyway, what's this poem about? Well, this poem is a metaphor. It's an extended metaphor about lighthouses showing the way, the safe way for mariners or boats to travel, and the stars shining to show space travelers the way from star to star. And the fact that God gives us divine guidance. We pray to get, or to be able to see, the shining beacons, to know which way to go, to have direction in our lives. And the whole poem is an extended metaphor. When night falls on the earth, the sea from east to west lies twinkling bright, with shining beams from beacons high, which flash afar a friendly light. So when night falls, the lighthouses start twinkling, start shining. Or maybe this is the stars as well. The stars start shining. So I think from east to west lies twinkling bright, with shining beams from beacons high, which flash afar a friendly light. I think this is the lighthouses, and at the same time it's the stars, and both of these are giving sailors guidance across the sea. The sailors' eyes, like eyes in prayer, turn unto them for guiding ray. So the sailors look out for these lighthouses. They look at these stars to give them guidance, in the same way that somebody who is in prayer, is praying to God, is looking for guidance. If storms obscure their radiance, the great ships helpless grope their way. And if there are storms and you can't see the lighthouses, you can't see the stars, then the great ships, they are helpless. They don't really know where they're going. They grope their way. They feel their way. They do their best to make progress, but they have lost their guidance. And maybe a person, when they can't see the direction God's sending them, then they lose their way as well. When night falls on the earth, the sky looks like a boundless main. So when night falls, if you look up, the sky looks like an enormous sea, a sea without end. A universe. So we look at the seas on earth, and the seas are very wide, but we look up and to the sky and we see space, and space seems endless. Who knows what voyagers sail there? Who names the ports they seek and gain? So who is up there in the firmament, sailing? Who knows where they are going? Who decides the names of the ports that they seek? Are not the stars like beacons set to guide the argosies that go from universe to universe? So the stars, the shining of the stars, these are like lighthouses. These give them guidance to guide the argosies, the fleets, the big ships of fleets that go from universe to universe. So this sounds very much like a more modern science fiction. But the stars are shining to tell people where to go, from universe to universe. But perhaps they're sailing from our universe to God's universe. Perhaps they are this is the way to heaven. This is if you follow the stars, if you follow the light of God, if you follow the guidance that God gives you, you will end up in heaven. Our little world above, below. And now she's wondering where our world is in this. Is this above all of this or below all of this? Where are we? On their great errands solemn bent, in their vast journeys unaware of our small planet's name or place, revolving in the lower air. So these people's travelling in the sky, travelling in the firmament, they are carrying out their enormous journeys, but they don't know about our tiny little planet. They don't know the name of our planet that's spinning in the lower air, that we are irrelevant compared to the size of this universe, compared to the distances that could be travelled. O thought too vast, O thought too glad, and almost rapturous it stirs. So this is more than my mind can think about. It makes me happy, but it's just something that is out beyond my comprehension. an awe, an amazement, most rapturous it stirs. So I'm there just raptured looking at the stars. From world to world, God's beacons shine. So God's beacons, the stars shine for the space travelers to travel from one star to the other. God means to save his mariners. So here, God gives us guidance. God tells us what we should do. And God means for us to be saved, to find salvation. And the universe is built with a divine purpose, and we will be saved by following God's instructions. Okay, so she's trying to link the seas of the earth to the infinity of space above us, and linking that to heaven and God's purpose in creating the world. So, God's Lighthouses by Helen Hunt Jackson.